The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I lost my key for my car. Went to the car was unlocking. When it turned out they were in my pocket the entire time, the car was automatically unlocking when I was getting next to it.
Noticed there was a bit of dirt on my windscreen. Furiously trying to get it off, and it wasn't until I got home, took off my sunglasses and realised the dirt was on my glasses.
Dumbass Anonymous.
All right, Alicia
Love the
is
doggy.
going to kickstart us today, apparently. Now do the thing, Alicia.
Yes, hello, everybody. My name's Alicia. I'm a dumbass.
Hello, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia. You seem to be a dumbass a lot. We can rely on you.
I'm a natural
Good.
blonde, Nikki. It tends to happen.
You're kind of carrying this segment, to be honest.
Yes, you are.
I'm the reason this segment was brought into the show.
reason it's
It was
still on.
because of me.
So what dumbass thing did you do?
Well, I bought a new car last week. That's not the dumbass thing, guys. It's a very good car.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, thank
Is
you.
that it down in the...
It is, yeah, it's
that
down
you
looks
got a
nice.
BYD.
BYD, yeah.
I did. Nice electric car.
Looks
But
nice.
it's the first time I've had like a nice car. Like I always have just like rubbish, whatever, a couple $1,000s on a car. Lasts a few years. But
Good
it's
for you.
Yeah, thank you. So I've splashed out, bought it brand new, got all the extras added on. But I was having issues with the rear view mirror because it's got auto dim. So if there's any bright lights or anything, the rear view mirror will automatically dim.
So that's like if someone's high beaming you from behind or something. It
Yeah,
dims
so
it.
I don't
Okay.
have to do anything. It should filter it out automatically. But it was just always really dark looking in my rearview mirror. And I was looking through all the settings, seeing if I could turn off the auto dim. And I called my brother, who's like really into electric cars, and was asking him about it. I was online researching it. And I was about to book it to go back into BYD to see what was going on. And then I realized that it's because I have tinted windows. So
So everything's darker naturally.
The rear window is just darker.
Are you sure it's not? Because you know how just normal rear vision mirrors have that thing where if you turn it slightly,
You flick it and
it somehow reflects. How does that work? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're
Because there's a
saying.
dim
No.
version.
No, but that's not what she's saying. She's just
Are you sure
basically
that's not
saying
that?
she's
No.
looking out the window
So it's
going,
just-
And the
everything's
window's
darker.
dark.
Yes. She's just being
It
a
made
pure...
sense. After I clicked, I was like,
dumbass.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, look, Alicia, I've been a gangster with tinted windows for years, but I do remember going through the same thing when we first got our tinted window car.
It's an
And I'm
adjustment.
like, yeah, I had to keep putting the windows down.
Are you legal?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Don't.
Maybe not.
Maybe. Don't. Don't
I'm
take
legal.
it somewhere weird.
No, I don't.
I'm
as legal as your moustache.
copying a lot of flack about that. Yeah.
I like it though. I like it because it gives me something to give you shit about every morning. It's my favourite content starter.
Well, I don't want to drag away from your dumbassedness, but
Yeah.
like I do like that you like it, and also because I was just copying shit all weekend. But
yeah.
then Robert Sibley,
Sibs, yeah,
like
yeah.
Bullets legend,
Brisbane's Bullets, think of being a gangster.
he was like,
Yeah.
love the mo, keep it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need is someone just to
Yeah, you
Hype man.
get yourself a 58-year-old former basketballer
former Brisbane Bullet.
who reckons you look like a piece of alrighty. That's enough for the young David to keep that moustache. One more week.
No,
I
but
imagine if
you get
Leroy
rid of
Loggins
it-
comes out
Did I
and
just
says,
talk-
hey,
Did I just talk myself into this dumbass segment?
think so.
Without even realising.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Dumbass Anonymous time. And should we go to the cave?
Oh, we should, yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't the cave, by the way. This is.
Oh, I said the
cone
cave.
of-
I'm so sorry. The cone.
It's the anonymous cone.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's Mondays, mate.
Like
I'm
a
dumbass.
cone,
Yeah.
the cone of silence just descended upon us, so we're now sitting inside
inside the cone.
So nobody can hear the dumbassery of our phone callers. So let's start with Peter.
Yes, I have to say I was a dumbass once.
Peter, you got to
no, you
start
gotta say
You
by
gotta say-
saying, hello, I'm Peter, and I'm a dumbass.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I am a dumbass.
Hello, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
How you doing?
Good. Now tell
We're
us.
all right. We want to hear your dumbassery. Go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I had a big night. I was at the survey. The next day I had to get some fuel for my car, put the dark sunnies on, obviously trying to hide my eyes. I get out and I go to fill the car up and I look at the Bowser and there's no digits on the Bowser. So I'm like, okay, there's something wrong with the Bowser. So I walk inside. I said, yeah, the fuel Bowser's off. There's no digits. She said it's working fine. So I go back out there. I have a look and there's still no digits on the Bowser. I just sort of shake my head. She comes out and says, lift up your sunnies. And because I was wearing Polaroid sunglasses, I couldn't see the digits on the Bowser.
Oh, no. Peter, you are a dumbass. You're like Alicia. No, everyone's struggling with the darkness of lenses.
It's back to the...
Yeah, well, that's what made me think about it when I heard her story straight away. I thought, oh, yeah, I am a dumbass.
Well, at least you got
that's the first step.
Proper polarised sunnies, though.
Yeah. Well, they mounted
And also,
gyms.
you were properly hung. Like, none of it,
What?
like, hung over.
How do you know?
Hung over.
What a little insight into what's on Nikki's mind.
At least you're properly hung.
Nikki, we're talking about what goes on at a service
What are you
station.
talking about?
Probably hung over.
I mean, good luck to the
Peter.
guy, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see
Oh,
the-
look, Peter and I go way back. I call her... no, I won't.
okay.
I was going to say something rude.
But if we're going to say that, we'll do it outside the cone. So he gets full acknowledgement. Thanks, Peter.
Oh, thanks, Peter. 7-inch. Who's next?
We'll get George out of Ascot.
George. Go on, say your name and that you're a dumbass.
G'day, my name's George. I'm actually not the dumbass in this instance. It's my brother. So I'll speak on
okay.
behalf of him.
Fair enough.
I'm Isaac and I'm a dumbass. On the weekend, we're renovating our house at the moment. He's a qualified chippy. And on the weekend, he's cutting a piece of skirting. He cut on the short edge and nicked his rude finger and cut a tendon.
Oh.
So he rushed into surgery to get the tendon reattached. But yeah, every weekend we've pretty much been there renovating, and now it's going to be quiet for the next few weeks.
And it's his rude finger, is it?
Yeah, it's his rude finger.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Oh, is that what you meant? The middle finger.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
middle. You're talking about the middle one, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I've got two other fingers way ruder than that. Most of my damage is done well away from that finger.
I'm going to say my fingers are fine, but my thumbs are just...
You've got the filthiest thumbs
they're
I've
quite
ever
disgusting.
seen in my
Yeah.
life.
Rowanna, what do you got going on?
filthy thumb.
Do the thing, Rowanna.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rowanna and I'm a dumbass.
Hi, Rowena.
So you have to understand the backstory. I already got beef with the finance team at work.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
where's
almost
my
like
super gone? Anyway.
it's like tit for tat, like, you know, so they do something, I do something. But anyway, I took 25 kids on an excursion yesterday. Shout out to the Brisbane Lions. They gave us free tickets to the Brisbane Lions game.
Where'd you take the kids from? Or are you a teacher, are you?
No,
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, she just took it.
You're a dumbass.
Yeah, okay, so you're a teacher.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I'm a teacher, so I had to go and borrow the school mobile phone in case something happened, you know, like do the right thing, and that belongs to the finance team. Well, I got on the train and then I went, I have left the iPhone at the Gabba.
Oh.
The
So
finance
now I have to go tail between my legs to the finance team and say I have lost the school mobile this morning.
What's the guy's name from finance?
No, it's Karen.
Karen. Yes. Of course it is.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Is this, Rowena, is this going to make Karen's day a bit of a nightmare?
Yeah, look, I'm willing to do the follow-up because I take responsibility for my actions, but they might have to, like, cancel the number. If we don't get it back, like, I'm hoping a cleaner, like, found it. I'm going to have to ring the Gabba. I'm going to have to do all this stuff, but, you know, it's still me. Like, I still did it. I was the dumbass, so,
And you got the pre-existing beef. And you know that you can just picture the smile on Karen's
Oh,
face.
it's going to make her day. Karen,
Yeah, it's
Karen,
gonna make
Karen lives for
the
these
turn.
moments.
The funny thing is, I doubt a cleaner's got it. I reckon one of your students has got it and they've pocketed it and
No,
they're having a good
do
laugh.
not say that.
What's
My
that-
kids are amazing.
What's happened
Do not say that.
if it's the finance mobile? Someone's found it, and so I'll look through the texts, and then they've fallen asleep reading them.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Do you guys get recognised when you're out and about sometimes? Do you have interesting exchanges with people of the public?
Depends where you are. Like at football games, because I get more, something sporty, maybe. Other than that,
You get more of an uptake.
Not really.
And Ash, it's always you in petrol stations, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, we almost moved to Auckland at one point. The two of us, we're going to leave our wives and everything and just say let's do it, because we went to a rugby league game in Auckland once and realised that everyone knew who we were there.
Oh, there was gods in Auckland.
For some reason, the TV show we were on here late at night was prime time in New Zealand.
The footy show.
It was the footy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It was on like
and
at
you're a big deal.
It was 7:30 Friday nights because they replayed it, whatever, because of the time difference, and like
You were like the living room.
it was like nuts. It was like the whole everyone like lineups to get autographs. I seriously considered moving to Auckland.
There's still time.
And I still may move to Auckland.
Well, I had a very
now you have to
interesting...
go, I used to be big here.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I have a lot of interesting exchanges when I'm out, when people have the Dutch courage to come up and chat to me. Usually it's just to get a selfie, or people will just yell out, "G'day, Bush Barbie," or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was one day I went for an early morning walk on my own, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking when you are a lady.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking along, and then this big dude, like a unit of a dude, I see him spot me, and he's got a can in hand, and he's not wearing a shirt. So he's been going all night and still going
He's
early
topless.
in the morning. He's topless, and he's just come straight at me and cut me off on the footpath.
Dear.
And I'm like panicking, going, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? And anyway, I started videoing him because, I don't know, that seems to be the safest thing to do in my mind. And this is how it played out.
The condom jokes.
Oh, you like my condom ads?
The condom ads. It's just a f***ing pisser. And this doesn't seem real because it's just like, I'm a copper.
Are you?
No, not
I was going to say.
Not really. Shirt off, gut out, stubby in the hand.
Yeah.
I haven't picked up yet.
No, funny. Funny that.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure you were alright, because if I'm here, it's a good thing. I've watched your videos. That chick's hilarious.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. High praise indeed.
You're so funny. You get out and about. I'm looking out for you. I always had a dream. It was to meet Nikki Osborne.
Well, he was quite nice.
He was lovely, but he'd come over to protect me from all the other mothers who were jogging their babies
Oh,
on
right.
the path. But yeah, he
At what
was
stage
lovely.
did he lose his shirt? Did you extrapolate the
No,
situation?
I didn't. As you can tell by my nervous laughter, I was
Yeah.
nervous at the start, but then
Yeah.
I realised he's just harmless and
Well,
unemployed.
potentially, but also at any point, as safe as he sounded.
If I was in that situation, I'd be worried. I'd be like, I've got to get out of here before this turns.
Yeah.
Because it'll
Yeah,
turn.
'cause you
familiarity
don't
breeds
know.
contempt.
Well, this is true. He could be like, and now
and now I shall
I'm
kill
taking you with me.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going together.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have stood a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my interlude.
And when was this? Was this recent?
Let's call it recent.
enough. Yeah.
Recent enough, because I've had other exchanges where it's not been good.
His name wasn't
And-
Gary, was it?
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Speaking of anxiety, there was a wedding over the weekend. Don't laugh at my segue.
Just in case you didn't hear anxiety enough in that last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bit more anxiety.
Let's do some more. Yeah.
No, it just popped up in my feed out of nowhere, and it's going viral now. It's a funeral, and as you know, sometimes the unexpected can happen at funerals, and it happened at this one. the pallbearers are carrying the casket out to the grave, and they've got like scaffolding around the edge that they walk onto so they can set it up and lower it. Yeah. The scaffolding gave way, and 7 men fell into the hole under the casket.
What? And the casket fell on top of them?
Fell on top of them. Now, it was a very big casket, and the demo was very old, so I feel like we can... You know, it wasn't like it was an absolutely tragic.
Did you say the deado?
Demo.
What's the demo?
What's the demo?
Demographic.
Oh, like, I thought you were referring to the corpse as the deado.
Yeah. No, the deado. Yeah, there's another term.
What are you referring to?
The
people,
demo.
Who was the demo of what? The demographic.
The demographic, like the people at the funeral, they were old. That's why I feel like we can have a bit of a laugh, and it has gone viral
because they're old.
Because they're old. When old people fall into the grave,
so
and a casket falls. But hang on, if you cannot laugh at that, there's something wrong. I haven't seen the video, but I'm laughing at it.
So 7 people that were at the funeral, not like pallbearers. So pallbearers, they're the
pallbearers. So they are family members.
I'm thinking the staff from the funeral home. They're actually
family
members.
It was staff from the funeral home and family members.
Sometimes they have to ring in people, yeah.
And they've all gone in the hole. And, you know, it was quite shocking at the time. But I'd imagine they'll have a... Well, I'm saying it was quite a big casket. Anyway.
What are you saying? It was a big person.
It was a big unit that they were
He was a unit, yeah.
Well,
so to be under it, because people were injured.
I was a pallbearer for Uncle Eddie's wedding and funeral. And...
You were a pallbearer at Uncle Eddie's wedding.
This just keeps getting worse. This is what happens when Alicia says, Nikki, do you have something to fill this spot?
But we had
hilarious funeral.
We had to walk it. We had to walk it from down to where they bury it, and it was bloody heavy. And
he was a big unit, Eddie.
He was. Uncle Eddie was big, and I was like, oh, it was everything that I could do to hang on to it. And I'm like, this would be pretty embarrassing if you dropped it.
Yeah.
At this point, I was actually looking at Rootsy, and it's Uncle Eddie's. I was like,
Rootsy's not a strong man.
But I was like, it's your dad. Like you.
Oh, that was Rootsy's dad.
I swear he wasn't holding it.
Were you on the corner?
I had one of the corners. Yeah.
So you had that's the heavier end, especially if people around you are taller, because then I reckon people get dropped a lot. Yeah. Actually, 13, 24, 10, if something outrageous
have you ever dropped a corpse? Is that where we're going with this?
Sure. No, but things happen at funerals. I remember at my grandfather's funeral, it was it was a really somber moment. You know, a lot of people get up and tell funny stories and people laugh and all that, but it was a really somber moment. And my niece, who was just a baby at the time, like she would have been 3 months old, just in the silence started pushing out a number 4. And it was just...
What? What are you talking about?
I don't even know what a number 3
That's
is.
an explosive
I've never done a number 3.
No, and they're very audible and they breach. It was one of those, and we're just there while this is happening, just everyone listening in silence to this giant crap from this newborn baby, and then we all just were in absolute hysterics.
Everyone started vomiting.
No, maybe the people directly next to her.
I haven't heard of that one.
No,
how come you skipped 3?
Because a 3 is a big one, but a 4 is when it breaches, when it goes up their back.
We're losing
What are you talking about?
Mothers know. Any mother or
yes.
This is what happens.
What's a number 5?
It goes up the front as well.
Okay.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne snack box.
Hey, we've got some phone calls. Funny stuff that's happened at a funeral. Danielle, what have you got?
Okay, so my ex-partner's mum passed away, and she was quite sick for a while before, and I had my 4-year-old, and the day before the funeral, they go and sort of pay their respects at the funeral home. And so my partner's brother and sister and everything's out the front, and we go in with my 4-year-old. We didn't, hide anything from her, and she comes in, and we sort of just told her that Grandma's sleeping. And she wanders out to the family. She goes, Grandma's not sleeping, she's dead. And that's all I heard from inside. Luckily, they're quite humorous family, they
But yeah, I think I died a little bit inside myself.
At least you got a pretty clued on kid there. Like they're not full of any minor BS.
She's all over
She knows what's going on.
Hey, by the way, I'm calling BS on this sleeping thing.
I held her nose for 10 seconds. She is not asleep.
And I've drawn things on her face and she didn't even flinch.
I peened her.
All right. Got out of home view. Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, I went to my grandmother's funeral and they asked me and my brother to be pallbearers at the last minute.
Mm.
I'm 6'1", he's 5 foot.
Oh, no, I can see what's happening here.
So I've had to actually walk down with the coffin on my shoulder with my knees bent, waddling so that I can be the same height as him.
Oh,
You basically did
burn.
a CrossFit session out of there. Sounds like you're busy at work at the same time.
I'm actually at Subway.
Can you get me a chicken teriyaki sub while you're there?
Meatball, please.
That's what I've got.
Oh, look, there we go. We're in tune.
He's an early nom for caller of the week. That bloke.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kerry out of North Lakes. Yes, Kerry.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
We're all right, Kerry.
What do you
Keep it
got?
light.
So this is about 20 years ago. When my dad passed away, we were obviously, we'd done the funeral part, and then we were going to the cemetery to obviously lay him to rest. And the funeral director happened to come up to me and say, "Look, I'm just really sorry," he said, "but this is actually, not the right grave." And I said, "What do you mean it's not the right grave?" And he said, "Well, we need to move your father. This is not the right spot." So we'd actually laid him out, put the coffin on the little silver thing and everything like that, ready to say our goodbyes. But this happened 3 times. 3 times. Apparently there was a few. There was apparently a few of John Stewart being buried within the cemetery within that couple of weeks. I was absolutely serious, absolutely ridiculous.
So what, you had
we just couldn't believe it.
So you just had to lift him up and move, shuffle along to a new place?
Three times.
We had to get the pole, 3 times. We had to get the pallbearers to pick him up, put him back in the hearse, and move him to the next spot. Because we didn't know where it was. We just ordered the plot. And,
Lots of John Stewart. I remember that week that the stage collapsed at that John Stewart convention.
Yeah, that's right.
We lost a lot of good John Stewarts that week.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.